I don't know exactly what I was going to talk about here today, just like most of the time, but I feel like for me, I remember I made a video a while back about time and how everything's speeding up and how like time is getting up exponentially quicker. And it's true, I still believe that. And it comes to a point where it feels like everything is rushed. Like everything feels like it's rushing you. You feel like so much pressure. It feels like there's like a fire like behind you, like running behind you. While you're pursuing whatever it is in your life. And it just feels like when it comes to time, like obviously we've all been experiencing this thing. A lot of us have been experiencing how time just feels like it's twice as quick. Like a year will go past in like 6 months, which is what this year and the past few years have felt like. And basically, it almost feels like this thing where like you need to like almost rush everything. Like let's say you had I don't know, like you're competing in a sport, right? And someone said, "Oh, you have like 4 months to prepare." You might be like, "Oh, 4 months, that's plenty of time." But those 4 months could pass quickly, and after like 2 months, you'd be like, "Holy shit, like it's almost here," or whatever. You'd be like, "Oh, I almost forgot about this." That's kind of how things feel now. Like whenever there's a deadline for something, or when you tell yourself, "Oh, I'm gonna have these few months to do this, and then I'll be done with it, then I'll be sorted." It's like you think, "Yeah, I have like a few months, or I have like a year," but then that few months or year go past like really quickly, and you feel like you have no time at all, and you keep getting to this point where like everything feels like it's just going past super quickly. And like if someone tells you to do something, or you're supposed to do something a certain time frame, it's almost like you have to assume that that time is just gonna feel like nothing at all, like as if you have no time. Like you have no time, because older people often tell younger people they have loads of time. They have loads of time. They have all the time in the world. They have plenty of time to go pursue what they want, etc. But that time, even when you're young, time goes past so quickly. Like, or at least it has recently, and I feel like, it's not gonna slow down. So rather than like, rather than thinking, oh, I have plenty of time to do X, Y, and Z, it feels like it's better just to like assume you have no time and to just get everything done. And I don't know whether I should just think like that all the time for a while. Like think, oh yeah, I have no time. I just need to get everything done and just pursue everything and just not have much of a life. Just keep working towards what I want, but almost as if I have no life, as if I have like no time to do anything that I actually like not want to do, but like as if I have no time to relax, as if I have not much time to relax or kind of chill out or whatever. And I feel like maybe because I'm in my early 20s, I'm supposed to have more energy, even though I haven't, even though I felt pretty tired. I say, like, as a teenager, I feel like I had way more energy then. I had way more energy to do things, and now I don't have as much, which is weird. Like, I'm supposed to have energy. I'm supposed to have like all this like drive and everything. But then why do I feel like, why am I sleeping like 12 hours a day? Why am I sleeping so much? Why do I see like, my parents are walking about the house or whatever, and they're way older than me. I'm like still in bed, and it's like I'm supposed to be the one who has that energy to just do things, but it feels more so like everything's kind of like things are just crashing. Like I'm trying to find the way to explain this. Is that, yes, as if life is just coming at you 100 miles an hour, and you're wondering how do I deal with these things? How do I deal with multiple different aspects while staying calm, while staying focused, while staying on schedule, while living a normal life? Or maybe I don't live a normal life. Maybe I just accept life is just fucked up the way it is. I just have to survive and keep doing what I'm already doing till I get what I want. Do you know what I mean? And I think this is like, I think in your 20s, like, that's when you realize, like, how hard life becomes. That's when people start making drastic decisions. That's when people sometimes even think of offing themselves because they can't be bothered with this type of life or pressure or whatever they have. Because some people have had a hard life as a teenager, as a child, PTSD, childhood trauma. So by the time they get to an adult, they have even more pressure. It's like the mind just collapses. Do you understand what I mean? Because sometimes in life, I kind of think about pursuing what I want, but then life feels so hard that I almost get to a point where I almost kind of forget about my goals and just kind of become grateful that I'm even alive. I can even eat food, live a normal life, and be here. I think, thank God I'm even able to do this, and I almost forget about like actual goals rather than like pursuing greatness. I just think, oh, I'm just glad that I'm still here because things could be a lot worse. I fall into that trap, but I don't think you should just. I think if you can do something, do it. Like if you if you inherit your parents' money, and people will say that, like, don't care about that type of stuff. People say, oh, you only because have this because of like you were given it. So what? Like, embrace your strengths, embrace the cards that you're dealt with, embrace what you have. Like if you need money and you can just find it like through something like that, like you inherit things from your family and you gain money, embrace that. Just be like, yeah, I've got this now. I don't really care about yeah, like care more about getting to destination rather than like how you get there, because other people might care about how you get there and might think, oh, you did this and that. I'm not talking about doing things illegal. I'm just saying, like, if people want to say like, oh, you had an easy life, so what? If you had an easy life, that's fucking good. You should be glad that you're born that way in some way. Embrace the cards you're dealt with. You don't have to complain about like, you know, how things went, how things are different. If you're given a hard life, try to embrace that on some level, maybe. Don't let it stop you. I've had people brag to me about how their life is harder, how their life was worse. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about like people trying to say, "Oh, I had it worse than you. had to do this when I was younger. All this, you have it easy." I don't care about any of that. I don't care about that. Good for you, mate. Good for you if you had a hard life and then you're trying to make, and then you made your life better. Like, that doesn't inspire me actually, because everyone's problems are different. Everyone's problems are drastically different. You know, I'll use what I can. I'll do what I can. I'll use what I have. I'll use my phone. I'll use my laptop. I'll try to find a different way out. I'll try to find different ways to make money, different ways to pursue greatness, see what I really want out of life. Anything, numerology as well. I'm into numerology, I'll use that. But often, like, when you want to do something in life, going back to what I said, and you set a time frame for yourself, especially now, that feels like so much more pressure because it's like, it's like you gave yourself this time frame. You only have this amount of time to do it. Now everything's just kind of coming at you at a crazy speed. Like everything's like rushing you. Everything's coming at you at a crazy speed, and you'll have a certain amount of time to do things. It's kind of fucked up. Sometimes, like when I look back to the best memories of my life, they didn't have too much, you know. When you're a kid, the best memories of your life, usually most people's best memories are from when they're a child. And when you are a child, you don't usually have too much. You don't really need or have too many things. You know, I was never, you're not interested usually in like luxury or designer stuff or anything crazy. Just like kind of simple things that keep you happy, like games or films or toys, whatever. I mean, yeah, you might not like the same things as an adult that we do back then, but I feel like sometimes just finding simple things that make you content is just the way to live. Find a way to live and find the things that make you content, and then incorporate those into your life. Keep things simple. Don't um don't overthink it too much. Try to simplify everything, because the moment you start overthinking everything is the moment you stop doing anything at all. You paralyze yourself. Analysis paralysis. You think about all the things you want to do in your life, and you think, fuck, I can't do any of it because I have X, Y, and Z. Well, then maybe get rid of some things. Maybe only do 2 or 3 things at a time. Maybe accept that you can't do everything 100%. Maybe at some point you will, but maybe like pursuing your goals or your dreams or whatever you want. Maybe you need to like do things at a slightly slower pace. But if you tried to do those, if you tried to rush those things like the way you thought you were going to, maybe you'd crash. Rushing things, I mean, rushing anything in my life, I feel like has always made me crash, has always made something worse happen. You know what I mean? For me, it's about finding a schedule. I feel like that's what I need right now, a schedule and environment, and just knowing what to do. When you know what you're doing, you have the right environment for those things that you need to do, and you know when you need to do it. You're kind of in a loop, in a good loop, not like in a rat race, but you're in a loop where you get up, you know what you need to do, you know what you are doing, and you just continue that until you get what you want, or you find something better maybe. Because right now, I'd say for me, it's just kind of about finding something better. I don't know exactly what it is I want to pursue, but not finding something better. I mean, like, it's about just having hope that, like, you know, something good will turn out of what you're doing, even if you don't know what you're doing. Because some people have done things in their life where they didn't even know what they're doing half the time, or like even when they began, or even in the middle of their story, but eventually they came across something magnificent where it kind of changed their lives. Just got to have confidence and belief, because I feel like a lot of people in life, they suffer from like, yeah, they suffer from not having confidence, but they go to another extreme of not having, instead of being confident, they become underconfident in how they should be. I actually think it's better to be a bit like, just be a bit cockier, just be a bit more overconfident than you actually should be, like according to other people, and just like believe in yourself. Because if you have crazy belief, like even when like you don't even deserve to have that, if you know what I mean, like, even if there's no reason why you should have that confidence, I feel like you can conquer more things in life with that mindset, rather than just overthinking, always thinking that you're like worse than you are and whatever, and not being confident and being a bit shy. Like these thoughts that some of us have where we start doubting ourselves, we need to like just eliminate those thoughts quickly. Like whenever we have a thought like that, just shut it down, like just shut off, like just ignore it. Like we can't let these like thoughts about these negative thoughts get into our mind, you know, like ants crawling into our brain. We need to like just get rid of those thoughts immediately. Like when we think about something bad or something negative that's bringing us down, just get rid of it and focus. Like deal with what's bothering you. Don't ignore it. If you have mental health problems, you need to get that shit done. You need to get that stuff sorted. If you have physical problems, you need to go to the doctor. Stop all this stuff of like, oh, you have problems in your life, you're going to just ignore it and just like, force yourself through it because you're tough. That's not tough, that's kind of just stupidity. You don't need to like do things that make you look tough to other, just to, impress other people when they're not like, when that's actually not beneficial long term. Conquer your problems. You have physical, mental problems, go conquer them. Deal with them in the most smart, logical way as possible. You have mental health problems. Become healthy, maybe take supplements if you need them. Maybe take vitamin D if you're depressed. Go to therapy, as cringe as it might sound to some people. Like, go deal with these things in the logical way that you can, the most logical way you can. If you have physical problems, if it's back problems, go to a chiropractor. Like, it sounds like obvious what I'm saying, but we often just like neglect these things that we have troubles with and say, oh yeah, eventually we're gonna deal with this. Eventually we're gonna get over like this problem. Oh yeah, at some point I need to get this done. Like, get that shit sorted. Make sure you don't have any roadblocks along your way, along your journey, whatever you're trying to do. Entrepreneurship, sports, whatever. Like, I'm interested in hearing what you guys in the comments have to say about what your goals are in life right now. I'm interested in that. Because right now I'm trying to think about my habits as well, like the habits and what I do every day that makes me more successful, makes me more productive. Because that shit, when you don't have that sword, it can really pull you down. So